Could you explain Web3?
Yeah. So long story short, it's the original version of the web was Web 1. Started in the late 1990s, early 2000s. That version of the web was where we could only like read on the internet. You know? And then
like AOL type of thing.
AOL, not even AOL. We weren't even at AOL yet. It was more of like forums. Not even. I wouldn't say forums. It was more of just articles.
Okay.
You go on the internet, you read an article. You couldn't comment on anything. You couldn't share it. It was just information. You're able to read it. Web 2 came along when you had the introduction of social medias. That's where people became to, were able to start interacting on the internet. A big emphasis on being able to read and write. That was around the early 2007.
Yeah, that's around like Facebook-ish.
Yeah. When all those came out, now people were able to interact. AOL was a big part of that. But that started to drift us away from the original vision of the web, because now you have these companies that are beginning to own a lot of the information and the data, and kind of creating an internet that isn't as open.
They're able to remove stuff.
People don't realize that the internet that we use is a very like siloed version of the internet. You feel me? Like it's a bubble. You feel me? Google gives you the information that they want to give you. They hide information that they don't want to show to you, and like they control what information you're able to get. So as vast as the internet is, we're only able to get a certain amount. And now we're trying to go towards a version of the internet that is more distributed, where users are now owning that information, that data, and that value that they're creating on the internet, because of the fact that we have these social media giants that are currently monopolizing the internet, controlling the internet, and kind of making it a bubble. You feel me? So it's like Web3 is that vision of the internet where users kind of take back that value and that overall distribution of data, and it's becoming hopefully more distributed as far as information and the bubble that we're currently in.
Fair enough. Wow.
And then this is where like AI and cryptocurrencies come into play, because it's like blockchains are databases. Ultimately, that's what a blockchain is. It's a database. It's a ledger. It keeps record of transactions, information, X, Y, and Z. So people are trying to shift it to add blockchains more into the internet, because it's like now people want more ownership of that value that they're creating. Blockchains are a good way to do that, because it makes the internet more transparent. It makes it more traceable, in the sense of if I'm adding X amount of value to this platform, I should be getting X amount as far as compensation. You feel me? You feel me? It's like that's the way it should be, but that's not the way it is. You got YouTube and you got TikTok and all these other platforms that are saying you can make X amount of money. You make a viral video that has millions of views and you make no money. It's kind of crazy to think about.
I can't get paid till I have 10,000 followers.
You feel me? It's crazy. They set all these like boundaries and stuff, and it's like at the end of the day, they're making all the bank.
I saw my friend. He was swiping. He was watching one of my videos, and then an ad popped up. And I'm like, there's no way it gave you an ad and I don't get a penny from this. This is ridiculous.
Nothing. You don't get nothing. And it's like they're making all the money, and you're creating all the value. And you have to really be a top creator to really even see that. And then even the top creators, and I know so many. I have a few friends that are have hundreds of thousands of followers, and they're still not making bread off of that.
They can't get 1,000 in a month.
You feel me? They can't even get to pay their rent. You feel me? They gotta get sponsorship deals, X, Y, and Z, and it shouldn't be like that. You know, the users are making the value.
Honestly, I think that's why a place like streaming has taken off so much, and just like going live in general, like on different platforms, because you have people legitimately, here is $5 from my pocket to your pocket.
Direct. You feel me? It's a big shift, and and that's why you see people like Kai Cenat, one of the making some of the the most money.
$4 million in a month, and that's just light work.
Just
without
crazy.
ads or nothing.
Just for him being him. But like he is the value, and that's what these platforms are realizing. It's like we're nothing without the creators. And it's hard to kind of shift it back into that direction of valuing the creators. But that's the goal of Web3. It's like, how can we kind of get a more distributed version of the internet?
Perfect.
Using these different technologies.